Alright, so what do you do when you start a Halloween special rating / reviewing marathon? Well, you start where it all began. So we are starting with Halloween 1978. And it already starts with the spooky. Of course, we have a very young yet fabulous Jamie Lee Curtis.
Costain wrote that fate was somehow related only to religion, whereas Samuels felt that, well, fate was like...
Someone ends up dropping their pumpkin. And of course, somebody's always trying to warn you that a killer's on the way.
You've got to believe me, officer. He is coming to Haddonfield. Because I know him. I'm his doctor. You must be ready for him.
You ever get the feeling somebody's stalking you? No, somebody's actually stalking somebody in this movie.
Let's see my French book and, oh, who needs books? All my books. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you have your books or not. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? Hey, jerk!
And then, of course, we have the man himself that makes a lot of appearances. And when Michael gets you, he's not letting go. So, is the original a good watch? Yeah, I watched it twice, and if you haven't seen this, you're nuts, because this is a classic right here. This is where everything started. And Rob Zombie tried to remake / turn it into a prequel at the same time, and it's all fucked up. Don't watch it. So definitely watch this one before going into the reboot trilogies. Alright, so just finished the 2008 reboot of Halloween, which is not directed and written by John Carpenter. It's by another dude, which his name is super long and complicated. But this is a really good one, by the way.
The last project shed new light on a murder case from 20 years ago.
It's been 40 years, so we have some new characters, which is brand new family.
Glass making birdhouses, and a checkerboard made of teak.
We're excited to meet Cameron.
There's also a lot of funny gags in here. References like crazy towards the original.
Look at this in this.
Like in the original, we have similar situations that happen that lead to the same thing happening almost. Also, the things you see in the background when Myers shows up, pretty messed up. And of course, it gets really creepy when he shows up sometimes too. Also, he might be older, but the guy still moves fast and he's walking.
Hello, keep my doors locked. Thanks for telling me. Billy's still out with Tony. Let me know if you hear anything else. Good night, Sally.
But hey, it's not all bad, because you get to party and all that. Now, is it worth a watch? Yes, very much so. And I will tell you how much this is rated. It surpasses all these sequels you're going to see on the screen here. This is basically Halloween 2 done right by a different director that actually gives a shit and actually follows what the fans want, because I'm a fan of this franchise and I've watched some of the other sequels and they are complete shit compared to this. So yes, it is very much a high watch. I have watched this my second time, probably third time, because the first time I watched this was in theaters with an old friend and I thought it was a pretty damn good movie. So, moving on to the next one. Alright, so, good morning everyone. This is the next day, because I was basically staying up most of the night getting the other two done. But we just finished Halloween Kills Extended Cut. This is a much better edition, and I'm glad I watched it. We have references right off the bat.
In 1963. There's a dead dog in here.
We even get deeper into the story of the town, the people that are still alive from even the previous movie, like the original movie. And it gets dark.
The Haddonfield boogeyman. Too young to give a shit, too drunk to remember. 40 years ago, a madman escaped from a mental hospital.
And then the movie even bothers and dares to go even deeper than that.
The victims and the survivors of Michael Myers. Miss Lindsay Wallace, her babysitter, Amy Dragon, was executed that night. And we have Miss Marion Chambers. She survived an assault.
Anyway, back to 2018, where the first reboot took place. Laurie's in trouble, along with her family. And of course, our famous killer returns, because just like Jason Voorhees, unlike mythical powers, of course, this is a normal dude. You just can't kill this bastard. You know what makes it worse is that he doesn't just leave like a trail. He leaves bodies.
Goddamn mask on my head. Graham!
Yes, sir.
Establish a perimeter.
Copy that.
Motherfucker.
Digital responders, be advised. We have a violent criminal at large, armed and dangerous. We will deploy all units of front.
Hey, it's not so bad. It still has funny gags every once in a while.
You'll hear her ghost calling out his name. She calls. I call. I call.
So, is Halloween Kills worth a watch? Yes, I would recommend the extended cut because it tells even more story that you're looking for within the story that this is already going to tell you. And it tells you a lot more background that even the original didn't tell you. And oh yeah, this one, the first reboot and the original have to be my top favorite so far. My personal favorite. So, let's get into the last movie and let's see how really disappointing it is. Alright, so I just finished Halloween Ends, and didn't exactly end in a way that I thought, but anyway. We have Easter eggs in here and references. Also, there is a pretty cool thing. If you just jumped into this movie, it would tell you every single thing that happened from the original to the first two reboots. So that's pretty cool.
Haddonfield was a peaceful town. And then one Halloween night many years ago, all of that was lost. Michael Myers was pure evil. He took our dreams and turned them into nightmares.
Anyway, Laurie's finally settling down in 2019. This is like a year after the bullshit that happened in Kills. But she's now settling down and writing a book about the whole thing.
And find healing. Michael Myers was the personification of evil.
Anyway, we have this new character that I'm already getting feelings of how he's gonna turn.
You gonna buy something or what? Yo, wait.
Also, when these two finally meet, it's kind of interesting, but it needed to be a little bit more interesting.
So do you want to do it? You want me to?
Also, the romance mixed with horror. They almost have it, but it's kind of really stupid.
I got a motorcycle.
Oh, a motorcycle. Teach me to ride it?
Yeah?
You have shit on your back.
No. Okay, so. Okay. Right hand gas, left hand.
Vegetable.
Well, look who it is.
They're good for you.
Well, I like to mix meats and make croquettes for the guys at the station.
That just sounds disgusting.
I like your hair.
Thanks.
By the time we do see Myers in here, he actually needs help, which is kind of bullshit because he never really needs help. And the other thing is, he's hardly in here for like a year. So, is it worth the watch? No. Honestly, you could have totally watched the other three and just not even bother with this one. This one's like they turned to the spin-offs for help. Honestly, they should have brought John Carpenter back and this lady Kate Herron, which is known for writing really good love stories and a lot of like good shows like Laurie, Sex Education. I forgot what other show. I think she also helped work on a few love stories in The Handmaid's Tale, but she needs to come back and write some stuff. But they should have got her for the love part in this. And the first mistake was mixing a romance horror, and I don't know. I get what they were trying to do, but honestly, what you could give us is this director's cut of this version and just rewrite this damn movie. Especially before the new Aftermath one comes out. That's going to take place in between this one and the one before it. So, anyway, this was a lot of fun to do. I have to say. The only thing that just made me feel like just kind of bummed and just, you know, was this one. But yeah, I look forward to doing another big project, but my buddy John gave me this idea, and yeah, to release this on Halloween. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video as always.